long. Well, my uncle went down to Georgia. He was looking for a ruby to steal. Bonjour. Righto, let's go see what our outside room is for today. I love how this game started making me think I needed to be looking for items in the room. And now I'm like, I need information in the room. We've gotten the hovel, we've gotten the shelter, and we've gotten the tool shed. Oh, I can take the tool shed now and enjoy my items. Watering can. I don't think I've gotten that before. The first time you enter each green room, use a water to gain a gem. Neat. So it's essentially 3 gems, provided I go in green rooms. What does that say? Washer helper. Wood. It's weird to be like, this is antiquated for the 90s when it's not our world. I found a silver key a couple times and used it just to open doors, but I don't quite know what it does. I wonder if that's in the glossary. Oh. Hmm. Oh, we'll just move along. Does it? And I just never, literally never paid attention to it. I can believe that's a thing I would do. Let me get my grid out too and make sure I know which rooms I really need to get into. I wouldn't mind confirming that S is the letter for the far end here. So I think I'm just going to take this hallway, get in that room, see. Hallway closet on the hallway. Sure. And I can confirm what this is. Silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. Okay. So you're suggesting that reading the card explains the card. Dunes. I don't know what that is. Oh, desert. Zert. Oh, it is an S. Okay. Still don't know if that's flan, but I guess the world will never know. I thought there was supposed to be one more item in here for me, but I might not have read that either. There's a pretty good chance I just didn't read it. 2 items plus 1 extra item. Okay. That's because I took the less greedy option on a whim. All right, so there's not really anything I need out of here yet. Because I'm not going to get whatever's here. I could try to get what's next to this. If we're just going for letters. But I may as well explore where I am first and conserve the steps. We can look for rooms that I haven't roomed yet. Bedroom keeps us going, and I don't really need the chapel yet. The other thing I could do is try to, again, to record the chess pieces, although I don't know where they go, because I thought this was the right width for a chessboard, and it's not. I did see somebody talking about a chess puzzle in your Discord, John, but I didn't know if it was related to this game or not, because I think I saw Jess talking about some sort of spaceship battle, and as far as I know, that might be related to this. Maybe that's from Daraja Blocks. Right, I probably do need to record these, so let's make a new recording for these as well. I feel like I'm going to need to know them. The bedroom is white. I'll just record them as I go. Reddington, which is rather blue. In fact, the exploration here is basically done. We've got plenty of steps. I'll take a storeroom. Storeroom is a white pawn too. Sure hadn't missed anything while I was wandering around here. Done in here. The hallway does not appear to have a chess piece. Is there a chess piece in here? Because that would help get me oriented if there was. There's a couple of urns. An ace. 2 busts. Bird carvings. Am I the king? When I stand in here and have everything else aligned? Or maybe I'm the queen and I can move all the way across the board. Commissary seems all right with this much money. Let's go spend it. By Daraja Blocks. By gems, shovel, magnifying glass. But I think I'll take the gems. We want to keep going. We've got to take the den. Let's take the den. There's a chess piece in the den. If I recall, den is white pawn. Still don't need any letters from here. If I can get up a little further, I could use some letters. I don't like one that goes up one from here, but security seems useful. I can use that upgrade disc if we get Oat Closet. Lock. Missing a C. Yeah, we already knew that one. We've got everything figured out on these 2 floors. That's a key card. Neat. East Wing Hall. All right. Didn't look for chess pieces in security. Okay. We are on day 14. We're kind of stuck regardless of what we do here. We've got a compass. So you might have played this a little more than me. Before we leave, I need to check for a chess piece in here. Because there has to be something with that. It's been pretty obvious, though. There it is. White pawn. Okay, so we know guest bedroom, white pawn. Making progress. If I can get one further north of here, this should be a T for the letter. Something with a north exit would be really handy. Courtyard gives us a north exit. And our compass is making sure we're getting more north exits. We've also got the watering can, so we'll get our gems refunded from this. So this seems like a good courtyard. Just pour it on the ground somewhere. Sledgehammer. Yeah, you water your rocks. I might should have put that on like some tree or something. So I think it's one more from here, and we should be able to try to find a T. Dining room has a lot of exits. The paintings here should give me a T. That's tent and tag. Tent and 10. Okay, so that is definitely a T. We know crack 8 safes is the bottom one. I would very much like to get into this room too and find that letter. I'm not going to get a letter from the Foundation, I reckon. Have I seen this before? I've not. Neat. And we're getting loaded up with items today. We see any chess pieces here? Yes. Okay, so dining room equals white pawn. Right. So from here, I don't have the letter for this room. What did my silver key do again? Let's like read it. Did it not tell me? I remember it was something that's okay to use on doors. Oh, here it is. Lead to a room with many doors. Okay. I like many doors. Conference room. Drawing room. I feel like the drawing room can keep me going north, which is neat. And I've got gems, so let's go. So this was a room. Do I have a letter for this room? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I do not. Post and coat. Poast. It's A? Post. Coat. It's an S. Post and coat. And we've skipped this one before because I wasn't sure that it was coast. But now that I know that it's coast, we can do something with that. Do we have a chess piece here? Do. Drawing room equals white pawn. Going to this way will get me new letters, which I'm interested in. So we're going north. Okay, if we just want to proceed, then having this always unlocked is great. Done this one already. This should get me a new letter. Don't mind. Well, I kind of want another key because I feel like I'm going to need it, but I also kind of want the laboratory open. That if we find the pump room, I can actually do the thing in it. All right, so I do need the pictures from here. There's a plane. Where's my other picture? Dude. Might be too many pictures in here. Yeah, we remember that. We read about Thompson. Ah, there it is. What the heck is that? Someone painting a globe. I need this one too, is the problem. Yeah, we're not backseating or hinting, which I know can sometimes be frustrating as we watch Travis try to figure out obvious stuff. Like, it has to be important that they're painting this. Raft? Paint? I have to work this out on paper with options. Is PLANE the type of plane that flies in the sky? Sorry to be that guy, but I can't spell anything in English. Plane is the spelling of that concept. Yes, thank you. And the type of plane you walk. They canceled the planeswalking game, John. I remember us playing it. It was great. It was so much fun. We only did it once and then never played it again and it disappeared. Globe. Gobi. Biplane. I've seen enough pictures of this world to believe that that is the world. Which was Finn Aries. Sky. Fly. Rack. I need this one. I really need this one. Plane and planet. Got it. Okay. It took a minute. Okay, so that's T. I think I might. Well, then that means the next one has to be Gates. Minute and untimed? Huh? Eh? You're doing a great job. All right, we got that one. And go back to the drawing room and perhaps draw. So we've got the pantry, which might get me another key, or we could take the pool. The pool has a lot of doors. I'll take the pool. Do I need this one? 1, 2, 3. I do need this one. Okay, so we need to find. There's plane and. Is the other picture? Silly pool. We must have another picture somewhere. Oh. That is the picture. Yeah, I did get Wile E. Coyote there. Plane and pane? Crap. How do you spell pane like a pane of glass? Is it P-A-N-E? Okay, so it's L. This is L. Cool, cool, cool. Guess we're not going that way. Well, that way. Gonna need keys. We can go through security. Done. I've still got some rooms to go through. Don't see any chess pieces in the pool. We got one from the drawing room. Shouldn't there be a meal for me? No, I've got to reach one more rank up. Spread keys throughout the house. That seems incredibly useful right now, so let's do that. I mean, it kind of makes sense. So we can open a bunch of different lockers or open doors. I want to go reach level 8 up here, get the letter, get the feast. Get as far up here as we can. Vault. For vault. Parlor is going to get me gems, which I need, so let's do that. What the heck? Oh, that was the dining room. The other two boxes are true. This box does not contain any gems. This box contains the gems. Okay, so that means... Can't think about this too much or I'll mess it up. This one is definitely false. This one's false. This one's false. Other two boxes are true. No, they're not. Box does not contain the gems. True. This box contains the gems. True. Okay, I think it's this one. If I think about it too much more, I'll mess it up. Crap. We're going to let that one go. Sometimes you make mistakes. It's okay. We're still progressing. Oh, they're just going to give it to me that it's a T. Okay, neat. Plant and plan, I guess, was what it was. But they're just like, hey, here's a T. You got it. Which I appreciate. Now we got to go back down because all my doors are locked. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, 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 nom. There's something here. Is it triggering from the other room? You sure about that? Because it was triggering here and not out there. Like, that makes me want to go push further up here because we've never been that far and I can get more letters. The spare room doesn't have pictures. Oh, it has to be the observatory. Let us observe. Crow and crown. That's an N. Dude, cheap viewers. What I need. There is a knight in here. Oops. For that observatory. Right. Gotta keep going down. We're gonna burn a lot of steps doing this. We see a chest piece in here. There's a little secret nook over there. Strangely designed room. Or maybe not, since this isn't Earth. Done everything we can through there. And everything we can through there. I want to go in the weight room. I don't really want a great hall. Already got crap to burn keys on. But it's this or take a weight room. It's not like it's going to lead anywhere, so sure. Do I need the picture there? I do. There's no pictures here. Hello. Hadn't found that before. Well, good day. Alright, so if I get the Great Hall next to the foundation, I can actually work the thing. Interessante. Pretty keen to get to the Z-cam. Okay. I haven't really studied these enough, have I? You can see where the cameras are. It's kind of interesting. I should be able to see a camera up here. Wonder if that's something. Everything else in this game is a puzzle. Why wouldn't that be? Maybe a puzzle for another time. Let's see if we can get in that foundation. That'll work. We know the Nook has a rook. I'm never going to forget that. If all we're looking to do is walk into the foundation, this does it, and I don't need the letter there. Let's go ride an elevator. Elevate! Elevate! So does this lead to... Well, we've got some underground maps. We got some yesterday. Is that stage and sage? Fenestrate? That was less exciting than I thought it would be. There might be a whole nother message on the basement floor, which would just be insane. And this might be the letter I'm supposed to get from the foundation spot. I'm going to ignore it for now until I get a little more experience downstairs. Got some experience underground yesterday. Entry lets me keep going, gives me a couple gold. I could take that back to the commissary at some point and buy a key or gems if I need to. All right. Get a couple feet. Nom feet. All right, I think I've got this one too, right? Right above it is G. That's Tyr and Tiger, yeah. Rotunda. We can't take. So, looks like we're going to the archives, which kind of sucks, but here we are. I have this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up. 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be an I. We can confirm it. As well as look for crap in here. I've got an upgrade disc I need to use too. Don't let me forget to do that. Pilot and plot. That is an I. Okay. The only door we've got goes here, which is not where I'd like to go. I'll check it. I've got another coat check here. So if I take this and book it back to security, we can get 2 upgrades this run. That's probably really good. I should probably do that. I think I'm going to do that. I don't know why I assumed I could only carry one at a time. That might not be the case. Courtyard gives me gems. Courtyard gives me dig spots. Courtyard is always left unlocked. Yeah, hook me up. That means finding a courtyard up north would be insane. All right, let's go get the other one. What is my metal detector detecting? Oh, it's detecting the thing in the Great Hall. Okay. I'm gonna go get the other one. Like, I may have been able to do that without doing this walk. We can perhaps find that out next time. I suppose it depends on when you get the upgrade and what you're looking for, right? Because right now I'm looking to unlock doors to get further north. I didn't even try to carry both of them. It didn't occur to me that I could. Same day delivery. No contact delivery. Freight shipping. A very large package will be delivered here 3 days after drafting this room. I mean, I kind of like a very large package. You know what I'm saying? All right, so what were we doing? We can go back up to the conservatory and at least get a room that's next to this one, which is interesting. Well, I don't know what the very large package is. I assume it just has extra items, but it might be something unique. Were you playing this with a friend? I want to know about the large package. This does seem like a good game to play with, like, friends. Think about it, talk about it. I can go up here and unlock doors and get to the top tier. Okay, yeah, I could see that. In a world where we had more time, SimWife and I might have played with this. I don't need any letters from over here. We do know there's some doors to unlock in the Great Hall, and I haven't done that. So let's go check them. I'm curious what's behind these doors. I know I need a special key, and maybe there's one in here. What? Did I just unlock one of the doors in the antechamber? Is this what the broken lever from the dark room is for? So, like, if I could find another key, I might could get in there. All right, so I can go back through the foundation, I guess, which I should have looked at before I started running. Ah! Man, I'm burning some steps here, but I'm excited. I'm learning stuff. Go through the library. That doesn't really do much. This is probably a good spot for a utility closet. Problem is, I wrote down a long, complicated thing that you have to do to turn them all white, and I don't really want to do. I don't feel like doing that, but I recognize that I should. Crap. Back indicators. We're back to this, huh? Off, blue, green, white, red, purple. And I think you have to turn them purple to get the white. So I'm really sorry we're going to be here a minute. Off blue, green, white, red, purple. What? I didn't think I'd be able to do it that fast. We're going to have to go look at that. The Gemstone Cave has been permanently unlocked and added to your campsite. Starting tomorrow, you will start each new day with 2 gems. That's really cool. We did a thing. All right. And I think we've got this letter. You just confirm next to the foundation is a D. But that's not what I have there. I have coat, pot. Okay, it's an A. That's what I have written down. All right, let's go back, blaze through the archives. It's a good day. Good day. We're making some progress. Okay, that's a key card, and I don't have a key card. That may be the end of my day. So, do I have any unopened doors? Because that's locked and that's locked. There were keys spread throughout the house, so I could go look back in these rooms and see if there's any extra keys. The pool was locked too, yeah. I've got 19 steps. I'd like to get back to the code shack. And maybe drop off metal detector. I might, but as John points out, I don't have enough steps. Where's the damn coat check? Can I not read? Hallway closet, commissary, utility closet. It's literally right next to me. Holy crap. Coat check was coming from inside the house.
My centennial.
Thank you, Zumbob. Yeah, I just don't know what to check. Maybe the compass. That's been a little harder to find. All right, we'll just burn through, see if we bump into a random key. And our metal detector will tell us if there's any Black Sabbaths or Dios. No keys to buy. Right? If I had more steps, I'd buy a shovel and go diggy diggy, but I don't. I got 10 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The one missed step. has defeated me. It is pool that's achievable, and I do need the letter next to the pool. Good call. Let's go do that. Man, I should have bought the shovel at the commissary and dug in here just in case there's a turnip. See what you did there. Kind of doesn't matter what this room is as long as it has a painting. He says, and then picked. Okay. This is flan, isn't it? I've been joking the whole time that this was flan because I don't know what flan is. I think that's flan and fan. But I was joking that it was flan. The American mind cannot comprehend this. All right, I gotta pee, but I believe we have time for another day. So I'll be right back, and we'll enjoy another day together. Fantastic! Bon voyage. I've also received a picture of the little one doing little things. I must observe it. A respectable villa. Here is my offspring. Hello, Orcish. Oh, nice. Are y'all enjoying this as much as I am? This is a blast. Thank you, Bob. I'm sorry, I was so engrossed with this that I was not able to appreciate you at the moment, but I appreciate them, Tinny. I mean, that's good. Good. All right, I want to go check out that gemstone cavern. That was back over here. See if there's anything in it I can, I don't know, futz around with. I know what that one does. I played with Tempest. Oh, that was Time Spiral, wasn't it? What am I thinking about? The one that came with like 3 gem counters? Yeah, certainly. Can I get the gems? No. I can get this. Here is the last of the equipment for the new mine. I don't think we're going to need more than this, especially if we're going to limit excavations to 2 stones per day. I was told by the engineer that getting greedier than that might risk the structural integrity. I suppose we'll have to adhere to his expert opinion. We managed to remove all but 1 mine cart from the old tunnels, 2 of which were too rusted and worn down. So Dave went ahead and made the call to scrap them. I'm not sure that the foreman is going to be happy about that. Let's smooth it over. Now, there is still 1 more minecart down there, and we found that, but it's locked on a short track, and it's way too difficult to move from the reservoir side. It's a little bit awkward because it's blocking the passage, so I suggest someone move it over from the other side if they can get over there. The boss informed us that there are 2 other ways into the site from that side, but I think we're going to leave that for someone else to finish up if the old man really wants it done. Okay. I have been down there. And we did move that cart. Oh, the Flame of Gondor. Gondor calls for aid. I'm incredibly disappointed that John didn't record his gameplay through of this. I would love to watch it once it's done. Like I want to watch a playthrough of this from somebody I like. I want a good YouTube playthrough. I searched a few last night and I didn't really find anybody that I was like, oh my god, I gotta watch this. Hey, what's up, Iggy? Yeah, this is fantastic. Okay. I got to pause here to discuss something that's pretty important to me. Simwife read that people were criticizing Jason Isaacs' performance in the most recent season of The White Lotus because his accent was incorrect. So we watched the first 2 episodes. That's as far as we got because the show's incredibly boring and nothing happens. It's very pretty, and the actors are phenomenal, but it doesn't have a plot, which is the same with everything Mike White has ever created, which is fine. I didn't know he was in charge of it before we started watching, and then I realized it wasn't going anywhere. But to go back to my original point, the accent that Jason Isaacs was using in that season was a Central North Carolina accent, and he was nailing it. Like, that is how every man that I grew up with sounded. And I was incredibly impressed with his performance, as I always am whenever he's in any. And then I didn't watch the show anymore because it's boring. We haven't gotten a schoolhouse yet. So let's get in the schoolhouse. And this schoolhouse is straight out of a long heckin' time ago. You got a spot for an inkwell on these desks. Herbie. Okay, so this is where Uncle Sinclair went to school. Oh, bro. I didn't think we were going to Gondor today. we might be going to Gondor today. Closing address. Oh man, that's really bad. Oh, that's so bad. For the last 38 years, it has been my pleasure of serving as your schoolmaster in this humble little facility, and meager as it may look by modern standards, I think most of us who spent our afternoons here will readily admit that we are reluctant to see this small piece of Reddington history go. I first wish to thank Letty Ebston, our most gracious host today, for not only paying attention in my classes those many years ago, but for all the fundraising she's done on behalf of our community. Children, without her, Reddington Elementary would still be a distant and blurry vision. A vision that I dared not even dream. Thanks for the resub, Brad. That dreamer is, of course, the incomparable Miss Peterson, our future principal and my reluctant successor, who I might add, forced me to give this speech, so I think I'll end my praise of her there, though she deserves much more, I'll admit. To the architect of our new school, the Baron Sinclair, thank you for following in your father's footsteps, building Reddington yet another school, and for allowing the use of your own private residence and floor plans to serve as our interim facility until the new campus is completed in March. A decision I'm certain he will immediately regret tomorrow morning when he hears children running through his halls. And lastly, I wish to thank all my students, many of you here today who I have not seen in years, whose faces I still remember as young and manners wild, those here whose parents before them I have also taught and whose children I may yet. Without you, I would have had a lifetime of quiet peace. And yet, what is all the peace in the world if you have no one to bestow demerits upon? Thank you all sincerely. My time here has meant the world to me. And if I am still standing in 8 months, I will see you at the slightly less melancholic ribbon cutting ceremony next year. Better joke to end. Remember to give Miss Peterson her gift. How have you been, Brad? I see a drawer. Want to open it. But alas, not. Within a timely manner. That's kind of interesting. This is giving me like time travel vibes, bro. Because maybe the timely manner is the house. And we're going to go back to the future. All right, let's go see what Gondor is up to. Looks like it's got a freaking keyhole on it, which of course it would. No? Okay. I thought that was a keyhole and it was going to be like, you got to go find a key. I presume we beat the game now. Yeet! Foreman's Log 3. SA 502 Scripps and Rudford Mining Company. 7/2/1915. As our client Sinclair suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much longer arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our first crew arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible. After a few days of clearing vines, moss, and dirt, we've uncovered a dozen more. Okay. Our operations so far our exploration has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we've surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. The site is either much older than we first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Mystery deep. I feel like there's always a secret passage behind a waterfall. I think I have to line the pieces in the room up with this. I have to find each of these pieces while I'm exploring, and then have the steps to come here and position them. It's not going to do anything now because I don't have any rooms. Okay. Here's my chess puzzle. Yeet! Not removed from sight. Realm and Vigils of the Past, and by Professor R. Willard. Alright. Take a minute. First era, either natural creations accustomed to record, signs of aid. They did this in order that of their realm might not be understood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and art. However, today we use the term sigil. We are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. Exhibit 1, this pizza with small chunks of pineapple. This book, it's even got one of the little pizza table things in there so that the top doesn't smush it. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of the realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of the kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. Each sigil is composed of 4 things: core, the lines, moats, border. Core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as the other parts are meaningless if we first don't know the place we're describing. This one is Fenris, Ares, and this one is Orinda. We've learned about those. Rays. Moving the sigil from one sigil to another. Counting the sigil. And I hate it when they do this. Wavy lines are used to indicate heat. Forest air blazing. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. More extreme stormy weather, a jagged line is used. A ray dotted with falling circles is used for far colder realms in which snow. Windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of a bent curved line. Moats. Martial. The pineapples are martial. Military. Primitive realm, hunter and gatherers. Agriculture. So we get a star for tribal. Coffee bean for agricultural. A building for metropolitan. 3 lines for academic. A robot for industrial. A piece of bread for spiritual. And a flower for poetic. Shape and style of the moats, we can derive the society proclaimed. And the border, the crust. Edge serving as a container for the information. There are 8 different borders responding to a different color. By studying the core, rays, moats, and border of the sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an incomprehensible enigma. This border is red. The martial. And it's from Fenris Ares. I don't know where that's supposed to go. We don't know what to do with the rays. Yeah, I don't even know where they're getting fog. That must have been from a page I'm missing now. Maybe this denotes that. But I also don't know why I'm trying to crack the beginner sigil. We're going to have to look for more pizzas. And when we find them, we can crack the case now. Because we've got the Domino's recipe book. We're good to go. I did find my chess puzzle. I'm going to make sure there wasn't a sigil on the roof in there. We've not even gone into the house yet, have we? I cannot eat Taco Bell breakfast, sadly. Because that stuff on there isn't cheese. It is cheese-flavored mayonnaise. Me too, but you can get that at McDonald's without mayonnaise. That's Reddington. I think that's the clock in most of the pictures. Venture some more, maybe we can get a schoolroom. Okay. So if my chess theory is correct, I need to place one of each of the pieces. And I get one by placing the nook here. There's also books I haven't read in the library. That's probably more important than trying to finish the chess puzzle today. Because I know we've got a book here we checked out, which was another one written by my mom. Not to mention we've got that. What? Treasure map. Yar! Looks like I might have read it before. Miss Peterson, the teacher, has checked this out a lot. Anne Babbage, Detective Bon Margle. Interesting. Was that me or my dad? My grandpa? It wouldn't have been me. I'm too young. That was my No, can't remember if my dad's name's Simon too. 8 years ago, maybe it could have been me if I'm like 16 now or something. Yeah, it's not Herbert's brother if Herbert's signature looks like that. Okay. Ruffington Red Publishing, 1985. Swimbird. We've seen the Swimbird on stuff before. I am a dare bird, a daring and brave bird, diving so deep bird, a ride on the wave bird. This is not a dare I would not do. There is not a depth I would not dive to. There is not a dare I would not do. There is not a depth I would not dive to. However, my friends are not very open to the idea that I like the sky less than the ocean. These are the colors of the rooms. Bird in the sky, not in the sea. This is what they say when looking at me. You are not seabird. You are not swim bird. If you are friend bird, fly in the wind, bird. And shouldn't you always listen to friends? For they know me best, or so they pretend. So I dare not dive, and I dare not swim, and I dare not step foot in the ocean again. And I dare not smile, and I dare not laugh, for they will do it for me and on my behalf. And I dare not dream, and I dare not speak, for maybe my friends won't like the real me. So this is just about being autistic. And I will say goodbye to my dreams in the sea and wonder why daring feels just like defeat. They really are. Don't mask, little bird. Talk about your special interest, the ocean. You can tell me about it all day long. Righto. All right. We can look for chess pieces too while we're going about. Ooh, a classroom. Drafting the classroom, you may draw new floor plans one time for each compass in your house. Well, it had some neurodivergent energy, I thought. Grade 1. No. Classroom puzzle. Can you find the difference? Okay. That's kind of neat that they're giving you multiple ways to figure this out. Blue, green, yellow, violet, red, orange. It feels a little laggy in here. It's making me a little nauseous. I am running a potato PC from 5 years ago. I liked the M and Cat sand. Start looking at these. Benny color worksheet. My favorite color is red, B+. Fill in each object below with its correct color. Blueprints are blue. These are flags of the different countries. I thought that was supposed to be red. Ready. B minus. B plus. 10 out of 12. My favorite color is red by RJ. Everybody likes red, huh? You must really like red. 2 out of 12. Imagine if I go through all of these and find what color each of these things is supposed to be. Problem is, I don't know why I'd care to do that. I guess it would let me know the colors of the flags. And this is obviously in the red place. There's Reddington. Everybody's favorite color is red. Swimbird is about fitting in and stifling whatever you believe. Agree with this. I wonder if different classrooms have different things, and I wonder why the 8 is sideways. That's interesting. Always good. I don't remember if it had a chess piece or not, but I'm going to check. If it did, we might could do the chess thing. Chess piece. There's a whole way close it. But I'm gonna take the nursery and get some steps back. Because this I remember this had a chess piece, I just don't remember which one. But we've got a pawn here. I mean, I guess that only matters if we find the other pieces, but oh sure. Best way to note. I did this. I'm gonna have to draw so many of these freaking grids. I'll just make a little notation for today and I can scribble it out. I should be making these notes in pencil. Got my gem back. Already got the letter here, road and rod, so we know that. We've read the Red Prince to death. The drawing room. There's just a lot of doors. This is another pawn, but it doesn't really matter. Actually, if I can pull up my blueprint, yeah, I guess I could write down the pawns. It'd be nice if they showed it in the image. That probably would clue you in too much that it's important. Secret passage. I think I can take a storeroom here and then use the redraw on the other side. Another pawn room. There's a nook, which gives me a key and a rook. Yeah, me too. I'm doing the same. Or if I want doors, we're going to the chapel and we're going to get married. The den gives us too many doors to ignore. Pawns. Even more pawns. Don't really need the courtyard here. I'd rather leave it in the draft pool. Praise Banan. All right, I'll push forward because we're getting... No, we're not really getting super close to letters I need. It's awkward to skim by the foundation there. I'm also curious if the elevator stays down there. All right, so I can take the spare room and keep pushing. I can go to coat check and get my compass. Which is interesting because that means I can also come back and leave it, and we could get north-facing doors from here. But I think I'd rather just keep forcing forward. Don't want to do the billiard room game because it hurts my head. But I think it's probably the best door for me. Now, before I go in, this is actually a room that I needed. No, it isn't. Billiard room is one that I need the letters for. It's 121. Yeah, so this should be an A. There's shore, coast. What is that? Coast. Oz? We got to stare at that a minute. Shore. Hey, what's up, Peter? I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna do it. I kind of don't need to. I've got all the other letters, and the only thing that makes sense here is an A for Gates. I'll spend a second on it. Yeah, and if people want to nudge, they can go get one on their own, you know. Coast and cost. Definitely an A. The price tag. It's coast and cost. I'm still mostly brute forcing this one. Which is not great. Get it eventually. I hate this puzzle. Well, it's because I don't know the rules for it, and I've been just kind of forcing my way through it. I think it's 3 plus 1 is 4 divided by minus 3 is 1 times 15 is 15, right? Okay, so we start with 18. And this is 13 minus. So this ring is minus. We start here. 13 minus 12 is 1. Now we start here. 6 times minus. 6 times. Now this is plus. Minus plus. 6 plus 1 is 7. No, it's not. Okay. The 13 minus 12 is 1. 6 times 1 is 6. 14 minus 14 divided by 7 is 2. Okay, so 3 minus 1 is 2. What was this? 17 minus divided by. Okay. So 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 plus 15 is 17. 17 divided. What the heck is 17 divided by 3? That's not an actual number, is it? I don't think 17 is divisible by 3. Not. 3 minus 1 is 2. Did we figure out what the pink is yet? Thirty divided by 3 would be 10. If that works, I've got this damn thing figured out. Okay, here we go. These will be handy. Yeah, I know. I'm not going to pay attention to it or remember it because it's a dumb puzzle. Dumb puzzle. But we do want to keep going north. And that's actually potentially a letter we need up here. Another pawn. I think I have to find the lady's bedchamber to complete the chess puzzle. Just insane. Security keeps us going. Guess we'll go ahead and get this one if it's open. Oh. Boxers. Grade 2. Jenny W. Find each sum without using signs. What? Oh, this is color-coded like the damn thing. This is more of the puzzle I don't like. Oh, why would you make me do this? All right, well, we're screen capping this, and I'll never have to worry about it again. Now I know. It's starting to add up. That to the pile of screenshots I have for this game. Did I need this room? Yes, and I needed the one under it, and I didn't think to get it. That's house and hose? That work? It does. So it's you here. And I do want to go back into security. Get the pictures here. Paint and pint. Is that A? Does that make this A? Did I figure this one out, chat? I'm not quite sure how to spell pint. Because it looks like pint now that I've written it down. I'm like, is that actually a word? That is how you spell pint? Because I would put an E on the end. That one I'm fine with. Spelling stuff you can help me with, because I'm gonna have trouble with that. There's a possibility I can get this whole word over here, and I'd like to. Music room. It kind of dead ends us, but I've never drafted the music room, but I can't, so we don't have to worry about it. Neat. It's fine. We'll get our gems and move on our way. What's up, Uncle? Statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replaced the word every with this. Every box contains gems. Every box is black. This box is black. False. This box contains gems. That could be true. And that means this is true, and this box contains gems. Get our gems. Go check out that other door from security. We've got to go through the classroom now. Boiler room. I'm not sad to have the boiler room, but we've got so many redraws. I may as well look for something super interesting. It also needs to face up. Office could be fun. Dining room could be fun. Because I've reached rank 8 and I'm hungry. Pizza! Nom 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 nom. Neat. You know, this has to have a picture I don't have yet, right? No, I know this one's supposed to be in. Okay, we've done this one. If we can actually go north from here, that'll get me a new letter. But I kind of didn't think we were going to be able to. Patio will spread gems in each green room, but I don't have any green rooms. But I don't think I've... Yeah, I've seen the patio before. I want to have some barbecue. Figures that'd be locked. So without keys, we're stuck going back to the den. And then from the den, got this that we can't open. The garage gets me keys, and I can take those back up to the patio and keep going further north and get new stuff. There's also a workshop, which I've never gotten before. I've also got a treasure map that told me to get to a room over here that I haven't even bothered to do and have now blocked myself off from, which is interesting. All right. True box not always contain the prize. Fascinating. We figured that out. I've got the cards for here. Got a battery pack. Stones cut by hand and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. Message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. D. It's just another hint that the letter for this is D. Find inventory items to create new things. Battery pack plus. I don't have anything. I think we just finished our day. Which kind of sucksers. I don't have any more duels. I'm not going to be able to get there. Which is a shame. I'd never found a treasure map before. I think we just self-destruct. Count small gates. 8. Something crack 8 safes. Maybe? Just make sure there's nothing else I want to do. I don't think there is. I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to try another one. I don't have time for a long one. We'll see. I'm going to take a quick bathroom break, and we'll see how far we can get. I'll be back in a few minutes. Sorry about the lengthy break. I was unaware I had to make a new magic set. And now. And we'll do one more, but it's going to have to be a short one. Maybe we can find one more letter. It's neat how if you play for about 2 hours a day, you get to experience one new cool thing. I guess that depends on how good you get at it, or how quickly you can solve the puzzles. All right, let's go get our outdoor building. Getting the schoolhouse was kind of a big deal. The tomb let me get underground to where that cart was. I don't think I've done trading post yet. See if there's anything interesting in here. There's some dig sites. Tea. Dynamite's too dangerous to pick up. Maybe for you. This is the Marshall symbol. I can't figure that out. At least not right now. I mean, that is something to do. I have no items to trade. Yeah, well, screw you. I'm trading with anybody. Wait, there's nobody there. I'll trade you this dynamite. All right, so I would say there's no way I can figure this out. I could. I feel like I need to get yellow in the corners. When I click these, they go up. When I click that, yeah, they're going up. And this moves them sideways. It can't go up. Hmm. feel like I'm so close to having it. Can't get it back because only yellows can move up. And I keep getting stuck in this exact same area. All right, what's this? An allowance token. Your allowance is permanently raised by 2. All right, we got another permanent unlock for today. I'm pretty happy with that. Sorry, puzzles are not my strong suit. That's why I thought this game would be fun for me. Thank you, Iggy. Always good. If I can get up 2 rooms from here, there's a letter that I need, right? No, I've got that one. I need the one here on the other side of the foundation. Yeah, I can skip through. That's fine. It's not going to get me to the other side of the foundation. All right, fine. I'll take a hallway closet and we'll try to go around. A reroll's nice. And a bra is nice. We can also potentially trade the bra for something at the trading post. Still don't quite know how that works. This game has a lot going for it. I've never gone in the locksmith. I imagine all it is a place I can trade gold for keys, but okay. That might be the key for the ladies' room. Or a lockpick kit might do it. So I might need to have... Is this the same picture every day? Yeah, it's still Reddington. I might need to have the ladies' bed chambers and the locksmith and 10 gold. I think I've gotten everything I'm going to get out of here. This might be a short day, but the knowledge that the locksmith does something matters. I would like to go up and around, so maybe we can get in the lady's diary today if I'm able to find enough gold. Corridor lets me go up and gives me more choices, more chances to hit the lady's bed chamber. I haven't noticed any of those pizzas laying around. Take the nook. Well, Dave was making fun of me a little bit for playing this when it's not a PvP game. And John was like, well, it is, but the other player is yourself. Like, might have a point there. I can't remember if the lady's bedchamber needed 2 gems or not. So I'm going to intentionally block myself off here. This day is done. But what I'm doing is making sure that I have 10 gold to buy a special key and 2 gems for the lady's bedchamber. We could get potentially a lockpick kit or a special key. I'm not sure which to do it, but if we happen to luck up and get her bedroom, we can actually do something with it. It would have to be here if we're going to pull it off. And it isn't. That kind of sucksers. But I can still go buy the special key and see if it tells me anything about it once I have it. And I can potentially hit the trading post and fiddle with that briefly. Well, I knew I didn't have time for a full run, so this is actually fine. I'd even say ideal. The special key may be what I need then. Because this is specifically saying it can open some locked doors. Not that it'll open a diary. It's probably better to find those on opposite days, because otherwise I would be pretty upset. Let's hit the trading post, see if there's anything to be done there. And then probably call it a day. Okay, so this is just trade an item for random stuff. Okay. It is what it appears to be. And we have well and truly locked ourselves in. Alright. Time to go. I'm gonna head out. I appreciate you guys and gals hanging out with me on this journey. It's been a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying this game. I'm not feeling super well right now, so I'm going to take a few minutes to rest before it's time to go get the kiddo. Maybe get some lunch and chill out a little bit. So I'm going to be cool. Y'all be cool. And I will be looking for you probably tomorrow. We should have some more time to play. That'll likely be our last stream until Saturday, which is also cool. Imagine I said something witty and entertaining there. I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.